Hello children, hearty welcome to our channel Ammu&You, where Ammu is back again to tell you a lovely story. Ammu loves narrating stories, and I can imagine from your responses how much you enjoy hearing those. Now today, I have come to narrate a story by an amazing author, Sudha Murthy, who has written so many beautiful, interesting books for children, for adults, and she exhibits such wonderful imagination. Children, you can learn from this. You can see that how she makes a story out of just about anything. And when it is fiction, which means not true, then you can just let your imagination run as high and as wild as you wish to. So I have come today to narrate a story by Sudha Murthy, how the onion got its layers. The first book I had done was How the Sea Became Salty. And children, that's one of the most popular stories so far. So, how the onion got its layers. Let's find out what is the reason that this wonderful author, Sudha Murthy, gives to it. So, once upon a time, long, long ago, there lived a wonderful king and queen in a kingdom named Ullasnagar. And Ullas means joy. And the people there were as joyous as the name Ullas. They were happy, they had no troubles. Not only the people, the birds, the animals, the trees, the plants, everything seemed to be so happy. The gardens were green, the jungles were green, the stream was blue with gushing water, fresh, cool water. The children loved to play around everywhere, here and there. But everyone except the king and the queen were happy. And the king and the queen, why were they sad? They were very sad because they had no children. How they wished to have a child. They kept praying, they kept worshiping, but so far their prayers had gone unanswered. One day someone told them that they should go to a forest and pray to the forest goddess. And if they did so sincerely, then their wish would be granted. So going through the wonderful forest where the children were playing, plucking fruits, enjoying the lovely nature, flowers, breeze, beautiful blooming flowers and blossoming trees, animals going here and there, such a serene forest. They went to the place where they sat and prayed with all their hearts. They kept on praying for days when suddenly there was a flash of green light that appeared in front of them. It was the goddess of the forest. And she said, "My dear children, I'm very happy with your prayers. Tell me what you want." They said, "Goddess, how we wish we had a child. Okay, I grant you a child. I grant you a baby girl. But the baby girl will have one flaw. And the flaw will be that she will be extremely and overly, in fact, fond of dresses. She would be overly fond of new dresses. So you will have to provide them for her. Is that fine?" The king and queen looked at each other and thought that this was just a very simple thing that they could easily do. They said, yes, we would like to have such a baby girl. And the green light disappeared. They went back to the palace. And after some time, in due time, the queen gave birth to a beautiful little girl. She had lovely dark eyelashes, beautiful formed toes, and a sweet smile. They named her Beena. They were so happy with their child. They named her Beena, and Beena started growing up. And she was a beautiful, happy girl, laughing all the time, cheerful all the time. And this cheer and joy in her endeared her to one and all. Everyone loved her. She had such good manners. She was respectful. And most importantly, she was happy. And because of that flaw, she loved to wear new dresses. She would never repeat a dress. She wanted a new dress every single day. The king and the queen were prepared for this, and they kept on providing her with all possible dresses. They went around ordering different types, patterns, colors of clothes, silk, best of cotton, and all possible textile from all over and around their kingdom. They called in for the best of tailors. And every time there was stitching on, going on and on to prepare a new dress every morning for the little princess. Now she was very, very happy. As she kept growing up, the king and queen started getting worried. They were spending so much money in getting a new dress for her every day. They thought that it is being a bit wasteful. So they spoke to her and explained it to her that we know that the goddess who granted you to us had warned us that you would always need a new dress. But don't you think it is a bit of waste? We can use this money for the good. Otherwise, so after thinking, the king suggested, Beena, why don't you go back to the forest, or rather go to the forest, pray to the goddess of the forest and ask her for a solution to this. Now, children, I had told you Beena was a very good and happy girl. She was a very obedient girl. She loved her parents and she understood what her parents said. So, to make them happy, she agreed to go to the forest and find a solution from the goddess of the forest. So, she went to the forest and prayed. And as she prayed, the goddess of the forest appeared in front of her. She said, yes, my darling, what is it that you want of me? Beena told her the problem. So she said, okay, fine. I will solve this problem. The king and the queen need not arrange for your dresses anymore. You will find a new, beautiful dress every day on your bed in the morning. But there is a condition. You have to wear the dress and you cannot exchange this dress with anybody. Neither can you wear anything else. If you do so, there will be severe consequences. Beena thought, this is so simple. Why would I not like to wear the unique, lovely dresses the goddess provides? Yes, goddess, I will do so. And the goddess vanished. Now she would get a new, wonderful dress every morning. She would match her accessories, her earrings, her necklace, her nail polish, her shoes, her sandals, her bangles. She would dress up and she would feel so happy doing Every day she would do it, and every day she would roam around here and there, showing it off to everyone. But now, when she would show all of these dresses to others, people were not so much in awe. They would say, Beena, these are all magical dresses. Big deal. They are not made by humans. It's okay. And what's the point of praising? Because we can't buy them. We won't be able to buy them. So it's okay. So they stopped praising the dresses as much as they did when she was wearing the ones made by the tailors. One day, while walking along the river, she saw a girl dressed in a pretty, simple pink cotton sari. And everyone was praising her sari. Everyone around. How pretty you look. How beautiful the sari is. And the girl was feeling so happy. To this, Beena thought, I wear such expensive dresses, unique dresses, and no one praises me. And look at this girl. She's wearing such a simple, plain cotton sari, and she's getting so much praise. I also want to be praised. So let me go and ask her if she would be ready to exchange her dress with me. So what did she do? She went to the girl and she said, hey, you're looking so beautiful and you're wearing a pretty dress. Do you think you would exchange this with mine? The girl was absolutely dumbstruck. She thought, oh my God, Princess Beena, dressed up in such beautiful clothes. She's admiring my dress. She's asking my dress to be, she's asking me to give her my dress. Why not, Princess, Your Highness? I would love to exchange my dress. Saying this, she happily went and changed to give away her sari to Beena. Beena took the sari and went back to the palace. Now, children, can you guess what happened? She went there and she wore that sari. And as soon as she put on that dress, what happened? She had broken her promise. And she was suddenly, without even realizing, had angered the forest goddess. She could see everything. She was filled with anger. And Beena found her being transported from the palace to a deep, 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 deep forest. Just she kept flying and she was brought into a deep forest. And there she saw the goddess of the forest, angry, waiting for her. Now she said, Beena, my girl, you have broken your promise. I had told you never to put on anything but the dresses that I give you. You exchanged that to wear something else. As a punishment, I will have to take you away forever from your loved ones. You will never go back to them again. Hearing this, Beena was full of regret. Immediately, the tearful eyes and sad faces of the king and queen started floating in front of her. She started thinking how sad her parents would become when they will never get to see her anymore. How sad she herself would be never to get to be with her parents anymore. And her friends, the people of the kingdom who loved her so much, everyone would be so sad. And she realized that on an impulse, without thinking, what a blunder she had committed. But once committed, she had to pay the price. So she said, "Yes, goddess, I agree. I broke the promise. And so I have to take the punishment. Can I make one request to you, please?" The goddess said, "Yes, dear, what is it?" "Turn me into something that will always remind my parents and all the people of the kingdom of me. They will never be able to forget me. They will always remember me with fondness and make me someone that they will always use so that I am useful to them." And children, guess what? The goddess turned Beena into a plant. Which plant? A plant of onion. Now, onion is used by everyone, or a vast majority of people use onion. The color was the color of the sari that Beena wore when she had breached her promise. And how did she get the layers? The layers of the onions are all the new dresses that she would be changing to every single day. And from that day onwards, the onion started having layers. How did you like the story, children? Beautiful, isn't it? Did you see so many things to learn from the story, children? One, that if we are happy, polite, respectful, joyful, everyone is happy around us. They love us. Nobody likes a grumpy, angry person. Second, being kind to others is very important. Third, one of the most important takeaways, we must never, never act in haste like Beena did. She suddenly saw that girl and she wanted to be praised like she was being by others, without realizing that by doing so, by asking the girl to exchange her dress, she would be breaking her promise. She never waited to think, and thus she had to leave her loved ones forever. So it's always good to think and take actions, think and make our choices. I'm sure you love the story. You know what you're supposed to do? Tell your parents to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon, get all the posts from Ammu&You, and Ammu would love to hear from you. Your comments, they make me so happy. And did you realize each and every comment that you write to me, I always reply back because I love to be connected. So till my next story, and yes, I hope you all are watching the other stories that I keep uploading, the ones in Hindi and the story of Mahabharata. Keep watching all the videos. Till then, till I come again to see you with another story, be happy, be safe, and be loving. Keep reading. Thank you. Bye. Love you.